As you guys have already figured out, we're gonna be making club sandwiches today. So here's your chance. We're gonna make club sandwiches right at our home today. So to start off, I have my chicken, and I boiled just chicken along with salt and pepper and also some white pepper. So when you boil your chicken, just make sure along with your salt and pepper you add a little bit white pepper, and that's gonna do wonders. Of course, I'm gonna add mayo to it, and we're gonna add another ingredient, which is sriracha. It's only gonna go in one kind of club sandwich. Here I have the bread. Don't go get the bread that I got. It's really small and tiny. Try to get as big of a bread as you can with more surface area. So when you cut that into a triangle, it looks nice and pretty. And as you can see, I've already charred 2 slices out of the 3 for every sandwich. And here we have the ingredients. I've already prepared fried egg, or you can call it over easy, 1 hard-boiled egg. We have 2 different kind of cheeses, our American cheese and provolone. We have our cucumber, our tomatoes, my homemade coleslaw, and of course we have our lettuce and some fries. So let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to add some mayo to our chicken. And like I mentioned, this chicken is already infused with salt, pepper, and a very important ingredient, which is your white pepper. So we're gonna, and here of course I'm using Japanese mayo, which I explained to you guys last time. Tastes really amazing. Once you start using this thing, you will probably not go back to the regular mayo. The brand that I'm using here is called Kinko. There's another one that they use, or that's available and pretty common these days, that's called QP. You can always add more, but if you have too much, then you cannot take it out. So we're gonna mix it thoroughly, and this is gonna form our base for the club sandwiches. So this is how we're gonna do our bread. So for the first sandwich, I'm gonna have this piece of bread, which is gonna be the outside most side. So we're gonna put it downwards, and then we're gonna have a middle piece that we don't need to put in need any scoring on, and then we're gonna have the top piece, so it has scoring on this side. This is gonna face downwards as well. So our first kind of club sandwich, we're gonna spread some mayo on all 3 sides. So just spread it out nicely. You can put as much or as little as you like, because you don't want any single bite that does not have the goodness in it. So once we have this, we're gonna start arranging our sandwich. So for the first layer, we're gonna put some chicken on it. So spread it out nicely. Then after that, we're gonna top that off. So for our first type, I'm using provolone cheese. We're gonna put that in there. On top of that, we're gonna put a layer of our lettuce. Then that's gonna get topped off with the next slice of bread right on top. Now we're gonna add some boiled egg, and these are just regular boiled eggs, hard boiled eggs. It's gonna make a nice layer of that in there. See if you can fit one more. Yes, we can. Actually, we can throw another piece in there too. So right on top of that, we're gonna go with another slice of provolone cheese. Okay. On top of that, we're gonna put a layer of cucumbers. Actually, let's do lettuce first to separate the cheese, the cucumbers, and then we're gonna load it up with a layer of cucumbers. See if you can fill the whole surface. All right, so it gets a little clumsy as it grows taller, but that is the beauty of club sandwich. And then we're gonna top it off with the last piece of bread. All right, so this is our sandwich. We're gonna put it to the side for now, right here, and we're gonna start preparing our second sandwich. And, we're gonna start off with our mayo, our Japanese mayo. And we're gonna put that in all 3 slices. And for our additional component or ingredient, what I'm using here is sriracha. This is gonna change the flavor profile, so I'm gonna add a decent amount on each slice. So now we're gonna spread it out. So it gets a little messy with the sriracha and the mayo combination, but try to do the best you can. All right, so now for our first layer, we're going to start off with the chicken as usual, and again use a decent amount of chicken. because that's the main flavor that you want coming through in your club sandwich. So chicken is a hallmark of all club sandwiches. That's the underlying note or the flavor that everybody loves, and everybody has a little different way of doing the chicken, but the way we're doing it with adding a little bit of white pepper along with salt and pepper is going to take it to some really good places. Now for cheese, we're going to use our American cheese. Let's see if I can add a little slice on the side so I can get full covering. Okay, then I'm going to put a layer of green up here. Once this is said and done, we're going to flip over or just put on top our second slice. And for this one, instead of the boiled egg, we're going to use our fried egg in here. Since this egg is not seasoned, I'm going to add a tad bit of salt and pepper on top just for flavoring. Do a layer of green first so it can keep our egg and our tomatoes separate. Then I'm going to put a layer of tomatoes on top, and for an extra measure I'm going to add another slice of cheese. Hey look, I mean, you're the boss of your club sandwich. Make it whichever way you want. Like I told you in the beginning, there's a million ways these things are done, and you can improvise as you go along, and you can try different things different times. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to trim the sides off, and that's a very, very important part of making a club sandwich, because every single time you see a club sandwich, pretty much without exception, it has the sides trimmed off. So that's what we're going to do, and you have to do that with a light hand so as not to squish your sandwich. And I'll flip it one more time, and we'll do our final side. So now, as you can see, what I meant at the beginning, that do not use the bread that I'm using. Definitely go for a bread that's at least a time and a half size bigger than this one, because by the time you cut triangles out of this thing, it's going to be really small and tiny, but we'll make do with whatever we have. The main purpose is to get the recipe and get the concept, and more importantly get the technique. I always say technique with the food is very, very critical, very important, almost as important as the recipe itself, or if not, probably even more. Alright, so we're going to cut this thing in half, try to keep it as nice and clean as possible. Alright guys, so the moment that we've been waiting for, we've done the plating, make it look nice and pretty, and looks like it's starting to drizzle. So we're gonna go ahead and do a taste test really quick. So first off, I'm gonna try the first sandwich that we made that did not have any sriracha in there, and it has boiled egg. So look at this, guys. That's the finished product that you're aiming for. Looks so nice and pretty, and if you present that in a plate or wrap that up in a saran wrap and put that in the refrigerator. So you can refrigerate these and eat them cold or eat them like this. I'm going to try them out right now because I cannot wait. This sandwich tastes amazing, just like any the best of the taste you can imagine for a club sandwich. So let's try the second one out now. So check this out. This is the one that we have sriracha in there, and it has a fried egg in there as well. So let's go give this a shot. Okay, so this is amazing as well. Very clearly distinct taste from the first one. For me, I guess I can't really decide which one is a winner. If I was given a choice, I would probably go with this one first. So this is it for now. Looks like it's starting to rain from where we are. So go ahead and try these out at home. Let us know how they came out. If you like the video, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Click on the like button. And so until next time, this is Mo Eats.